Hello, and welcome back to Mom Life Rewritten, where we are unlearning the burnout and rewriting the rules on what mom life should be like. Today, I am going to talk about mom guilt. Um, I am Sally Bisbee, mom of three. I have a 22-year-old, a 9-year-old, and a 6-year-old. I'm a certified life coach, professional organizer, custom crafter. I own three businesses. I am busy, but I love life. And my mission, my soul, just purpose in life is just to help the other people live a happy life, a life where they feel fulfilled. As a mom, my passion is for moms, just living a life that isn't so stressful. And really, that's the whole point of rewriting the narrative on what mom life should be like. And one of the big things is mom guilt. So it is summer here. I just dropped my younger two off at camp, and for the most part, they are home with me as I run my businesses during the summer. And I just was thinking as I got in the car how excited I was just to have a couple hours this morning to myself. And then, like, instantly you feel that, like, guilt, right? And you're like, what? Wait, why do I feel guilty? Like, no, it's okay to be excited to have time for yourself. And I think mom guilt is something we all deal with as moms. It's something I've dealt with all 22 years of mom life. I will say it's gotten less and less as I've gotten older and more mature and figured out some things about mom life. And so I just want to talk to you about that. Just learning to let go. How do we let go of that mom guilt? You know, how do we just learn that it's okay to take care of ourselves? I think about, when my oldest was little, I was a single mom, and I would literally get a headache if she wasn't with me because I just felt so bad that like I was taking time away from her and all this stuff. And I look back and I'm like, oh my gosh, I literally, the first 7 years of her life was a nanny and had her with me every day. I was with her all the time. And if you know me, all I do is take my kids to do fun stuff all the time. Like, I'm a really active, fun mom. That is like my mission in life for my own kids is just to create a life for them filled with fun and memories. And I built my life around them. I ran a daycare for the last 8 years while my little two were young until my youngest went to kindergarten last year. And, I always tell people it was never my dream to grow up and be a daycare lady, but it afforded me to stay home with them while also still bringing in an income. But I built my life around them. And so this past year has been huge for me. It's been the first time pretty much my, adult life that I have gone all in on me. My kids are in school. I finally gave myself permission to like, okay, what are my dreams? What do I want to do? And so doing these businesses is my happy. It's for me. All the things. So, anyways, I just want to talk a little bit about guilt. One of my biggest things that has been a huge game changer to me is thinking about my husband. My husband is amazing. He is very active in everything in our family. He does tons of stuff around the house. Loves our kids with every ounce of his body. Like gets home from work and cannot wait to hang out with them. Loves spending time with them. Super helpful. Just a very hands-on dad. Wonderful husband. All the things. But I always laugh. He also is an avid fisherman. He hunts. He plays poker. He's got this whole life outside of us, which is great. It's literally why I fell in love with him. I'm super independent. I needed a guy that had a life outside of me. But I always laugh because I think, does he feel guilty for 1 second? Do you think he goes fishing and thinks, oh, I you know, should have done more dishes or wish I would have caught up on the laundry? No, he goes fishing and enjoys fishing and knows that when he gets home, he can do whatever he needs to get done. It doesn't Dads aren't wired the way we are to feel that guilt. But then it makes me think, why are we as moms, as women, like why are we wired that way? Obviously, a lot of it is society, right? Society tells us that, you have kids and your needs all of a sudden don't matter and you should put them on hold because, you're a mom now and you need to take care of the kids. And I just want to tell you that it shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be that way. Taking care of yourself is not selfish. It is not only important, it's essential. I think that the older I get now too, and especially having a daughter who's 22, I just always think, what am I modeling for my kids? What am I showing them how they should live their life when they get older? And so I want you to just, think of a couple things. When that guilt creeps in, I want you to think about it, and I want you to, ask yourself, like, is what I'm feeling true? Or is it just a story I'm telling myself? I used to feel guilty every time I left my kids, even being home with them for daycare. I'd literally be with them all day. And then I'd go to like do something with a girlfriend and I'd feel guilty that I wasn't with them. My husband didn't make me feel guilty. My kids were fine. They were, totally well taken care of and loved, hanging out with dad, like totally fine. It's just like this guilt that I put on myself. And I think so much of it is self-inflicted. I I don't know why. I don't know why we do that. And I wish I had like a magic answer to tell you that here's what I did and I never feel guilty anymore. That's not true. I still have mom guilt. It's just a weird thing. But I think the big point of it, the big reminder is it is not selfish to take time for yourself. Go take that walk by yourself. Leave your kids at home. Go plan a night out with girlfriends. I always tell people I get not everybody has an amazing husband like mine. And if you don't, I'm sorry, because that is a bummer. But maybe bedtimes are hard at your house. So plan an early dinner, like 5 o'clock, and go from 5 to 7. Your husband can survive for a couple hours, I promise. If you can do it, he can do it. So go make that time for yourself, fill your cup. Honestly, it makes you such a better mom to take care of yourself, to get that break from being a mom. And it's okay. It's okay to be excited. When I left after dropping my kids off at camp this morning, and that excitement came over me, I like feel crappy for a second. I'm like, oh, am I really excited to get a break from my kids? I'm like, no, that's okay because I am still Sally. I am this whole person outside of being a mom. And I think it's so easy to get wrapped up in that. We forget that. We push it to the back burner that our needs don't matter and we'll get to them someday when the kids get older. But I just want to remind you that it's okay. It's okay to think about your own needs, to fulfill your own needs, to take care of yourself, and all those things. Allow yourself those moments. Allow yourself to rest, to take time for yourself, to fill your cup, to remember that you are such a good mom. There's a lot of days you probably feel like you are just surviving, and that might be the case, and you are still an amazing mom, even if that's the case. So, just want to remind you, let go of that guilt. When it creeps in, ask yourself, is it really true or is it just something you're telling yourself? Also, keep that perspective of, does your husband feel guilty when he, watches football for 4 hours on a Sunday and doesn't do anything around the house? Like, no, they don't feel guilty. And they shouldn't. Honestly, they shouldn't. Just like we shouldn't feel guilty, right? Take that time for yourself. Um, just let go of it. Remind yourself it's okay and you are amazing and doing the best you can. As a reminder, one of the big things that my core of everything is built around is the Simple Seven Habits. If you missed it, my episode last week was all about the Simple Seven, which are the 7 habits I do every day to just keep my life running smoothly. We spend our entire weekends out having fun. I don't even know what we did this weekend. Like, oh, Thursday we took a huge adventure to a deer park and went hiking and all sorts of stuff. Friday I took my kids to a trampoline park. Saturday we spent the night out as a family. Sunday, we went to another park. It's Monday today. We go have fun because my house takes minutes a day to keep up on because of these habits. I have learned to simplify my life in every way possible so that it just runs smoothly, pretty stress-free, and I can take those moments for myself without feeling as much guilt as I used to. I won't say it's perfect, but much better. So, anyways, I will drop the link for that. If you haven't grabbed it yet, grab my free guide to the simple 7 routines that I do to keep my life stress free, that's helped me regain control of my time, my energy, my sanity. And like and subscribe to this channel so you get notices when I put new episodes out. Share with a friend and have an amazing day.